Businesses are always focused on getting all the systems and processes, but is there something else? Hi, my name is Bernie Heine, and I want to talk today a little bit about the other issues that we need to be focused on. So most businesses will focus on, okay, we have a new strategy, so we got to get the right people in place. We got to get the right processes. We need some new machines. We need some new IT systems. And all those things which can be summed up as the smarts of the business. They're making the business smarter. They're making it stronger. And those are all great things, right? Well, they are, but we often forget the other half of what's also important. And as Patrick Lencioni talks about in his book, The Advantage, we also have to work on the health. And that's what he calls the ultimate competitive advantage, is working on the health of the business. So what do we mean by the health? Well, when you look at a company that maybe has been really suffering, a company that went bankrupt, what are they going to attribute that to? Are they going to say, geez, we should have hired one more MBA? We were short one PhD scientist. If we'd have just changed that machine out a year earlier, we'd have been fine. That's almost never what they talk about. What they get down to is, well, the senior leadership team didn't see this coming. Or was it that they didn't trust each other enough to talk about what was really going on? You have that proverbial elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Well, that's that third rail topic. We don't want to touch that because every time we mention that, the boss always goes a little crazy, so we'll just avoid that issue. That's usually what causes big companies to collapse, is because we're not talking about the things that really matter. We're avoiding those issues because we're afraid we might hurt somebody's feelings. So how much do we trust each other? And we're talking here not just about trust that people show up for work on time, but we call this vulnerability-based trust. So do we trust each other enough that you can walk into the room and apologize to your colleagues and say, I'm sorry, I screwed up yesterday. Everything I said, I was totally wrong. We need to approach this from a different angle. And once we have this level of trust, which is the underpinning of a successful team, the next thing is, can we have good arguments? Because if we trust each other, we can then actually argue with each other. And we can have disagreements, and we can fight back and forth. And by the way, that's really healthy. When we're getting all the sides of the argument out on the table, and people are expressing their views, and because we trust each other, we can express our views. If we don't trust each other, we're afraid to bring it up. I don't even want to go there. I don't want them to think that I'm not part of the yes man team that's supporting the boss. So if we get to that level where we can have these arguments, can we then come around and all come together with an alignment around a common solution? So do we put our previous thoughts behind us and agree, yes, this is the path forward, we've had it out, we've discussed it in detail, and now we're moving forward with one message to the organization, not I leave the meeting and I tell everybody else, well, that's a crazy idea, and I block it. Or do I tell everybody else, this is what we're doing? I believe in it. It wasn't my idea, but that's okay. We came together as a team, and this is the place we're going. And then the next thing is, do we hold each other accountable? Are we holding each other accountable for that solution? Or do we just expect the boss to hold us accountable? So teams that work well together, the entire team holds themselves accountable for the strategy that we're moving down, the one we all agree to. And then the final thing, the fifth element is, do we believe in a common result, or are we all trying to just maximize our own department budgets or our own bonus plan, or just saving a few people in the company, but it doesn't matter because the rest of the company suffers? Or are we really looking for that result that helps the entire organization be more successful? So these are the 5 behaviors that really build a cohesive team in an organization, that build the health of the organization, which supplement the smarts. So we still want to have a smart organization. We want to do the right thing and have the right people and processes, but we need to also spend an equal amount of time on the health of an organization, and that's what really defines very successful businesses.